So, a little over a week ago, Remy Ma did this interview where she sat down with Hollywood Unlocked, fat ass Jason Lee, and she talked about her new podcast. Of course, she has a podcast coming out. She also talked about, of course, he couldn't help but to bring up Nicki Minaj, and she also talked about her life while she was in jail and life after prison, of course. But there's this one little clip that has been floating around the internet that has a lot of people talking, and that's just what clips like that are meant to do, is to kind of like bring stuff up and to kind of be messy. So let me play the clip, and then I'm going to play the full context of this so that you can just kind of see it from a different angle. All right, so this is
when I got into the beef with old girl, and she was saying, whatever, who leaves their kid over money, like first of all, like I was okay because I'm like, I know what the real situation is. But he's a kid, so if he goes to school and he gets into an argument with somebody, like, it's times where he came home from school like, what happened? Oh, somebody said this, and this to me, and I whooped their ass. I'm like, yo, when I catch this.
So, of course, that clip went viral on Twitter and everything like that. And, of course, now people want to be in their feelings about Nicki Minaj and the fact that this kid got bullied over this one line. However, I looked at the entire interview, and what Remy Ma says before that clip, to me, is far more important, because that kid, him being bullied at school, seemed like the least of what was going on with him. So I'm going to go ahead and play the full context of that conversation.
Been Christmas, and we'd spend his birthdays, and I would get, people think conjugal visits is only for the husband, like, I would get visits for your family. So I would get visits for 4 days. We'll go in on Friday and come out like on a Tuesday. Me and him and Pap, and we'll just... and one day, so I thought in my mind, like, I was there.
You were doing the best you really could do.
And one day, he told me, yo, you think I wanted to spend my birthday on the jail visiting floor? And I was just like, whoa. Like, that's, like, I was, like, that was it.
You weren't ready for it?
I was crushed. I was crying, like because I thought I was doing something good. Like, you get to still be with mommy even though it's your birthday. I would get a cake, and I'd have Pat buy all his presents, and when he come, I'd fly him in and he'd stay. And he was like, I hated that. He was like, I was happy to see you, but I didn't want to, like, all my birthdays, I remember going through barbed wires and metal detectors, and I never for a second thought of that. Never. And it's to the point now where, like, he's older now.
How old is he now?
He just turned 19.
Okay.
But he's still a kid, And it's hard because now I have a new baby, and she's with me everywhere. And she has her mom, and she has her dad, and she's the golden child.
Is he resentful?
And I think so. I don't think he would ever say it. Like, he has her name tattooed on his neck. He's like my little sister. Like, when everything happened, where they were saying, "Oh, Remy's gonna go back to jail," like with the stupid dumbass story with the girl.
Oh, you know about that?
He called me going crazy. Like, I will go fucking crazy on he has a bad temper. I will go crazy on anybody. They're not gonna take you away from my sister like they did to me. Like, he was like he has anger issues, and it's hard. It's hard. And then even when I got into the beef with old girl, and she was saying, whatever. Who leaves their kid over money? Like, first of all, like, I was okay because I'm like, I know what the real situation is. But he's a kid, so if he goes to school and he gets into an argument with somebody, like, it's times where he came home from school like, what happened? Oh, somebody said this, and this to me, and I whooped their ass. I'm like, yo, when I catch this, I had to really, like, baby, that, like, what our situation is, but kids, it's so hard when you're dealing with children because it's a whole nother person. And then he has a lot of me in him.
All right. So basically, you heard the entire context of that clip that has gone viral. Like I said, people are taking this out of context, and they're saying, okay, well, this little boy got bullied, which he's 19 now, and it's only, a couple of years ago. This child got bullied from that Nicki Minaj line in No Frauds. But it seems to me, and you can see here right here, it says, what type of bum bitch shoot a friend over a rack? What type of mother leave her one son over a stack? And so when you look back on this, you think to yourself, who did more damage during that rap beef? Remy or Nicki? Because you would have never thought at the time, including myself, I was like, oh my gosh, she killed Nicki Minaj with Sheether. She had like a 7-minute diss to Nicki. And then a lot of people are now today, it's like, oh my gosh, kids shouldn't be bullied. Nicki shouldn't have said that. I'm like, first of all, I don't even know why something that happened 2 years ago is even like coming back up again. I think some people just want to find a reason to like dislike this woman, Nicki Minaj. But what's funny about that is when it comes to any kind of rap beef, when it comes to any kind of disses, I mean, is there anything off limits, right? Is there anything off limits? Now, I don't condone any child being bullied, but you are not going to sit here and convince me that this boy was not bullied well before No Frauds. His mother was in prison. Surely that's the lowest hanging fruit any kid that wanted to pick on him and bully him could use. Your mama in jail, right? And you can hear from the context, the entire context of the conversation, that poor child had way more to worry about and way bigger issues than 1 or 2 lines in a No Frauds diss track. Remy put out an entire, 7-8 minute diss track to Nicki Minaj, where she brought up her brother's pedophile stuff. That wasn't Nicki who did it. That was her brother, but that wasn't off limits. And Nicki has a younger brother. So did she think about Nicki's younger brother when she brought that up? No, because I don't think there's anything off limits when it comes to like dissing, right? All is on the table. And I think for the most part, I think Remy understands that, which is why she went as hard as she did against Nicki in Sheether, right? But you can't help who it hits, right? You cannot help who those words will hit ultimately in the end. But I just found it kind of ironic, which is why I wanted to play the entire thing, because while people are just playing that tiny clip of Remy talking about how her son got bullied over 2 lines, if you think about it, didn't she in fact go to jail? Now, whether she she did shoot her friend in the stomach, right? So who should he be more upset about? His mama or Nicki Minaj saying what she said, right? Because you did leave your son. You did shoot somebody and leave your son. So that's on you, Remy. That is your responsibility. Like I said, I am certain that poor child got bullied far more about the fact that his mom was in jail than over 2 damn lines. Around that time, like if the boy's 19 right now, when that song came out, he was more than likely, 16, 17? Not to say that it don't hurt still, but come on now, nigga. Remy, you acting like the little boy was like 9 or 10 years old. Seriously. Like 9, that he was pretty much damn near grown when No Frauds came out. But based on what you said in Sheether, I think Nicki had a lot more to be hurt and upset about. But again, they kept it on wax, and that's how it's supposed to be. When you are going back and forth with somebody, in my opinion, all bets are off. All is on the table. No, kids should not be included in anything like that. But the truth of the matter is, sometimes other people get hit as a result of what you do and what you say. So all is fair in my opinion. But, I just hate when sometimes these clips go viral and people kind of leave out some of the context of it. When if you heard the whole thing, you would realize, Remy, your son had far more anger against you than he could have ever had against 2 little lines in a rap song. Seriously. But I'm not going to blame Remy for that. That's just how the internet works. They take a little clip and people run with it. But I don't know. I just wanted to put that out there. And tell me what y'all think about it. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys on the next video.